Good morning, Mr. Black. How's jail? The thing is that this is going to continue to happen until you resolve the...
All right, pay attention here, because the judge isn't sugarcoating it. Those old cases from another state, they don't just vanish into thin air. Ever thought about how one mistake miles away can still chase you years later? This is exactly why. Now tell me, should courts hold people accountable no matter how long it's been? Or should there be room for a clean slate?
It's not a state. You have an open case in Tennessee, right?
Georgia.
I know Georgia, but you also got one in Tennessee, and that
Kansas.
Kansas. Both of those cases will haunt you until the day you die, unless you go back and handle those cases. However, it may be all of just hiring a lawyer and reaching out to the courts in Kansas because it's a suspended license case. But it's always going to trail you until you go take care of it. Your lawyer's asking me to set you a bond, and I'm going to, but I have to make it sufficiently high that you realize that we mean business, that you have to go back to Georgia to take care of that case. Do you understand? You also need to understand that I don't play games. If I set you a bond, I'm only going to give you one. I'm not going to do this again. So if you bond out and you fail to go back to Georgia, I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. I'm going to set the bond at 0. And if you don't go back, I set it at 0. I'm going to get you back. And this time I will hold you until Georgia comes and gets you. Do you understand? You have one chance to make this right. So what's the bond amount?
Ask for $500.
Judge Fletcher, we're asking for a high bond or no bond, 5 figures. That's what Day is requesting.
What kind of bond can you make?
She's going through cancer treatment right now, so that's the reason I really need to get out so I can do my treatment.
I don't know that. How do I know that? How do I know you're not just saying that? Regardless, you have to go back to Georgia. So,
I just broke my head.
what kind of bond can you make? I'm good at 1,000. If you want 1,000, I'll give it to you. But I'm not gonna play this game, Mr. Black. So this is an extremely low bond. If you don't go back, it's really not gonna end up well for you, especially if you're undergoing treatment for cancer. Because understand that if you don't go back and take care of that business and I have to issue a warrant for your arrest and we get you back, you're probably gonna be sitting months in there waiting for Georgia to come get you. You understand? Okay. I'm set about $1,000.
Thank you, Judge. And did you tell?
Yeah, you have 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself into Georgia. Don't go on a plane because they're gonna arrest you. You gotta find another way to get up to Georgia, and you have to go turn yourself in. Do you understand? If you don't do that within the 2 weeks, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Bang. That's the gavel. One poor choice today could mean the next stop is years behind bars instead of just a short stay. Think about it. Running might seem like an escape in the moment, but in the courtroom it only makes things worse. And honestly, doesn't it feel like the judge is giving more of a fatherly warning than just handing down punishment?
Okay, Mr. Black, good luck. Good job. I don't know if I like the result, but how old are you? Are you sure you want to do this? Because the problem is that, when you plead guilty, life is hard enough as it is. And when you continue to rack up convictions, all you're doing is you're hosing yourself. It's really hard to get a job. When you start getting all these convictions, you're just making it so much more difficult, man. I don't remember what he had in Louisiana, but I hope that's resolved. Okay, just straighten up, fly right. If you're hanging out with bad people, don't. Because they're just gonna bring you down. What you're doing now is you're pleading guilty to this offense. It's going to go on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. This is an enhanceable offense, meaning that if you ever run from the cops again, you will be charged with a felony offense. You're looking at years instead of days. You understand? So no deferred, anything like that?
Yes, Judge. The only offer is the jail offer.
Okay, so Mr. King, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 22 days in jail with credit for the 22 days that you've done. By pleading guilty to this offense, it's going on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. So you give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So it's final today and forever. You want to do this? How do you plead to the offense, sir? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I'm going to sentence you to it. Good luck to you, sir. And I'll roll the court costs. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Eli. How are you? You look great. You know, when you're clean, you know, you look great. You coherent. The unfortunate thing is that we got to keep you here for that to happen. So you said right now in the felony court that there's nothing, right?
No, I'm gonna check last night, looking for rips, meds, warrant, blood.
Looks like they just got a lab report yesterday, so they're still getting evidence as of now.
What was, I don't have that. But, and I think that it's gonna take a while to play out, Shreya. And I'm willing to hold as well, because I'd like to see what's gonna happen, because I'm not giving up on you, you know? I'm gonna see where this plays out, and I'd like you to go into treatment as well. I think that's the appropriate thing that is needed in us, and I don't know what it's gonna take to get your attention, but hopefully we can somehow before something catastrophic happens, where you end up with a very lengthy prison sentence. So, Shreya, let's just track it. So you're set for the 10th of March. We'll set you for the day after, and we'll see what happens.
Judge, we can meet afterwards.
Of course. Absolutely. All right, Mr. Eli, we'll see you soon. Mr. Samuel, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that by doing this today, this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, if you pick up any more cases, you will be facing a minimum 90 days in jail. No more slaps, the proverbial slaps on the wrist. It will go on your record. So if you were pulled over in a car and an officer comes up to you, they smell alcohol, and they see that you have a prior DWI, it's probably not going to go well for you. And if you're not in this country with permission and you do any kind of jail time, get ready, because immigration will probably put a detainer on you. Do you understand?
Yes.
What I'm trying to tell you is that even if you have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Here's where the tone shifts from strict punishment to real prevention. The judge is basically saying, don't just keep yourself out of trouble, stop putting others in danger too. But here's the real question. Do tough speeches like this actually get through to people, or do repeat offenders just block it out?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
That's
I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. DWI is big business. There is a $3,500 surcharge that normally applies with this type of case that you would be required to pay. We all make mistakes, but the idea is that you don't continue to make decisions that endanger other people. A second DWI is a $6,000 surcharge. If you pick up a second DWI, get ready, because you'll probably get took. You understand? I will waive it for you now. But if you don't make any right decisions in the future, get ready. Did you say guilty? How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I will send you to the agreement. Good luck to you, sir. 90 days.
Right, I didn't have my coffee this morning.
Me too, I forgot it in the car. Is the other case, is this still open upstairs as well, or is this?
But we're hoping to get that resolved based on this early.
Got it. Do you have an agreement with that? They're going to be?
We have not yet been added to that case. I'm just an associate standing for Mr. Adams, so I'm not sure what communications they've
Is
had.
Mr. Adams representative upstairs? Do you know?
I don't think he's been signed on to that case yet, though.
All right, Mr. Henderson, you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 20 days in jail with credit for the 20 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. It's very possible that if you continue with the same course of conduct, that they can use this to enhance you. You could be potentially facing a felony offense if you continue with the